degrees. Southerly winds will be around 6 miles per hour. Tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms are likely, mainly between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Then showers likely and possible a thunderstorm after 4. Chance of precipitation tomorrow is 60%, with new rainfall amounts between a tenth and a quarter of an inch being forecasted, except higher amounts are possible if you happen to be in a thunderstorm. We'll have mostly sunny skies tomorrow with a high temperature near 86. Winds will be out of the west at 6 to 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms. That chance of precipitation for Saturday night is 30%. Skies will be mostly cloudy with a low around 67, and westerly winds will be around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm during Saturday evening. Then Sunday, we do have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms during Sunday afternoon, with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 84 degrees. Calm winds have become westerly around 5 miles per hour during the afternoon. Sunday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 66. Then we expect partly sunny skies on Monday with a high near 86. Monday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 68 degrees. Then Tuesday we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms during Tuesday afternoon. We'll have partly sunny skies with a high temperature near 90 degrees. Skies will be partly cloudy Tuesday night, low around 70. Then we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday with sunny skies and a high near 90 degrees. We have a chance of showers Wednesday night with mostly cloudy skies, low around 67. And Thursday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 85 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Change is hard, but sometimes not making a change is even harder. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. The average age of a farmer in this country is just over 58. In the coming decade, many baby boomers will climb off the tractor for the last time, tossing the keys to the kingdom to a son, daughter, neighbor, or perhaps stranger. They'll leave behind some big work boots. But the next generation should not be expected to fill them exactly. Tools and practices evolve. Risk management today does not look like it did 30 years ago. Just because something worked for your parents or grandparents doesn't mean it's the only way forward. Different isn't right or wrong, it's just different. If a farmer is a good steward of the land, water, air, and animals, that's what truly matters. We should embrace the diversity in agriculture that meets the needs of a diverse consumer base. Whether you farm, lead, or run a business, growth often requires stepping out of your comfort zone. Manage risks, but don't avoid them. A wise mentor once told me, risk more and fail faster. Prosperity comes at a price, sometimes monetary, sometimes requiring new skills and practices. Often it demands transformation. Who in the 1940s farming with horses could have imagined drones scouting their fields? Today's farmer needs more than grit. They need science, tech, and an unshakable work ethic. Paired with the hunger to learn, they're ready for whatever comes next. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Hey sis, how much is a million?
I don't know, but it sounds like a lot.
It is. Do you know there's almost 14 million kids? They don't have enough food?
Connor, all kids should have the food they need to grow and play.
1 of 5 kids in America is food insecure with a significant impact in rural areas. You can help. The National Association of Farm Broadcasting invites you to help the nearly 14 million kids facing hunger in America. Go to nafbhunger.com and help end hunger.
At Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and safe. And that means safe at home, at school, and online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
Learn more at childfund.org.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank, smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 899641.
This is Glenn St. Paul Jr. with Classic Joyride in Salem. Have you been looking for a pickup truck but can't find what you want? Check out the trucks at Classic Joyrides in Salem with rollback prices. You can save thousands. Also, we have a lot of cars that get great mileage, and your trade is worth more at Classic Joyride. Come by and check them out today. All prices sell, and we pay cash for used vehicles at Classic Joyrides. Next to Country Mart in Salem. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 5:30 and Saturday till noon. Or online at ClassicJoyrideUsedCars.com.
Another slow day for direct cash cattle trade and cash hogs into the day higher. Good morning. I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity was relatively quiet again Thursday. Bids did range from $223 to $227 live in the south, but were elusive in the north. Asking prices were firm at $228 to $230 live in the south and didn't surface in the north. Significant trade volume appears to be holding out until sometime on Friday. At the Hub City Livestock Auction in South Dakota, the best test was on steers, 950 to 1,049 pounds. Those were $15 to $20 higher. Heifers were not well tested. The USDA says demand was very good. Much of the offering was strings of backgrounded steers. Most of those were attractive in both quality and flesh conditions. There were also a few loads and packages coming off grass. The market was active. Medium and large one feeder steers, 919 to 948 pounds, brought $315.50 to $318.25. Box beef closed lower and sharply lower with light demand for light offerings. Choice down $1.79 at $384.66. Select was $241 lower at $370.86. Estimated cattle slaughter was 115,000 head, up 3,000 on the weekend, down more than 7,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed higher with a moderate negotiated run. Processors were more aggressive to start the day. The cash hog market has been in a consistently inconsistent pattern. While demand has been relatively strong on the global market, ongoing uncertainties are preventing any major moves higher, especially with continued uncertainty surrounding the administration's tariff policies. The industry is monitoring the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weights. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct closed 53 cents higher with a weighted average of 112.43. The Iowa Minnesota was $1.33 higher with a weighted average of 113.21, and the Western Corn Belt closed $1.23 higher with a weighted average of 113.22. Pork values into the day higher, up $2.09 at 114.15. Bellies, hams, and picnics were all sharply higher. And estimated hog slaughter was 473,000 head, up 66,000 on the weekend, down nearly 3,000 on the year. At the CME, live cattle were mixed and feeders were up, waiting on direct business to develop. And lean hog futures closed lower amid ongoing uncertainty surrounding demand. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Food insecurity is a growing problem in America. Over 47 million people. More people face hunger today than during the COVID pandemic. 1 of every 5 children in America is food insecure. And hunger isn't just an urban issue. Almost 90% of the most food insecure counties are rural. The National Association of Farm Broadcasting invites you to lend a hand and help end hunger. Go to nafbhunger.com.
They say seeing is believing, and nothing catches the eye like the 8.2 bushel per acre yield advantage of Revilock fungicide over the untreated check. But don't just take our word for it. See it for yourself. Run a comparison of Revilock fungicide. Enter the Real Results Yield Challenge and experience the difference it makes in your fields. And when you share your experience with us, you'll get a chance to win a 2-year lease on a new truck. Sign up at yieldchallenge.basf.us. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details. Always read and follow label directions.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time to take a look at updated funeral announcements as being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Doyle Sanford Sanders, Jr. of Salem, passed away June 29th at the age of 78 years. Graveside memorial service for Doyle Sanders will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at the North Lawn Cemetery in Salem. Memorials are suggested to the American Legion Walker-Only Post number 99. Cards are available to all James and Gar location, and all arrangements for Doyle Sanford Sanders, Jr. of Salem are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. Gene Philip Morgan of Salem passed away June 4th at the age of 83 years. A graveside memorial service for Gene Morgan will be Saturday, July 12th at 5:30 in the afternoon at the Round Pond Cemetery. And all arrangements for Gene Philip Morgan of Salem are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. Dolene M. Camden of Salem passed away Monday, July 7th at the age of 94 years. Funeral services for Dolene Camden will be Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Dolene Camden will also be on Monday from 12 noon until service time at 2. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Dolene M. Camden of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. David Brian Bruno of Salem passed away July 2nd at the age of 61 years. A memorial service for David Bruno will be Tuesday, July 15th at 3 in the afternoon at the American Legion Post number 99 in Salem. Visitation for family and friends of David Bruno will also be on Tuesday at the American Legion Post, starting at 2 p.m. and continuing till service time at 3. Military honors will be at approximately 3:30. Memorials are suggested at the American Legion Post number 99. Cards are available at all James and Gar locations, and all arrangements for David Brian Bruno of Salem are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. George Owensby Pyatt passed away July 8th at the age of 84 years. Mr. Pyatt was cremated at Rolla Cremation. In lieu of flowers, the family requests that donations be made to the Dent County Animal Shelter in Salem, Missouri. And all arrangements for George Owensby Pyatt are under the direction of the Rolla Cremation. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news. It's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. Ozark National Scenic Riverways plans to host 2 managed deer hunts at Big Spring this fall, providing special opportunities for youth and mobility-impaired veterans. The application period for both hunts is July 1st through July 31st. 10 hunters will be randomly selected for each event. The youth hunt is scheduled for December 6th and 7th. Applicants must apply online through the Missouri Department of Conservation at www.mdc.mo.gov/managed hunt. The Exceptional Warrior Mobility Impaired Hunt will take place October 25th and 26th. Applications and details for this hunt are available at go.nps.gov/Big Spring Hunt 2025. For additional information, visit the park's Facebook page, park website, or call 573-323-4236. The Denton County 4-H and FFA Expo kicks off Tuesday, July 16th at the Commons with the setting up of the exhibit entries. Those entries will be judged starting Wednesday morning, July 17th at 10 o'clock. Wednesday evening at 6 will be the dessert auction. Entry forms are available at the Denton County Extension Office or call them at 573-729-3196 and they can email you an entry form. You'll have to wait till Monday to call them as the Extension Office is closed on Fridays. Dessert items must be brought in between 3 and 6 to the multipurpose building at the Commons that Wednesday afternoon. Then on Thursday, July 17th, livestock registration will be from 9:30 until 11:30, and all livestock must be in place by 11 o'clock. Weigh-ins are scheduled to start at 12 with the small animal show beginning at 3 o'clock. The Pig Pals practice will be at 4 o'clock with the show to follow at 5. The exhibitor and family supper will be held at 6 o'clock. Then on Friday, July 18th, the shows will kick off at 7 o'clock in the morning with the hog show, followed by the sheep and goat show. The beef and dairy show will start at 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, followed by the buyer supper at 6:30. Saturday morning, July 19th, the highlight of the expo will be the 4-H and FFA market sale, which will begin at 9 o'clock. The auction will be carried live on KSMO Radio, AM 1340 and FM 95.7, and also live streamed on KSMO Media, KSMOradio.com, KSMO Stream, Facebook, and KSMO YouTube page. Keep in mind, for additional information, Monday you can contact the Denton County Extension Office at 573-729-3196. The Missouri Department of Conservation and Insurance, I misstated that. The Missouri Department of Commerce and Insurance is highlighting vehicle theft prevention this month. With vehicle thefts up 25% nationwide and occurring every 31 seconds, DCI recommends parking in well-lit areas and always lock your vehicle. Hide valuables and never leave keys inside. Don't leave running vehicles unattended and consider anti-theft devices. If your vehicle is stolen, contact law enforcement immediately, then your insurance carrier. DCI notes that auto policies typically only cover vehicle-related items. Personal belongings may require separate homeowners or renters insurance claims. For more information about theft and tips, go to nhtsa.gov/theft. The Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors met Tuesday at the fire station at No. 2 South Main. The bills were reviewed, approved, and signed, showing a remaining balance of $363,829.20. The budget was reviewed and approved with only the firefighting equipment line item being over budget by 34%. The monthly reimbursement report showed a total of 14 calls for June and 157 calls for the year to date. There were 4 calls for fires, 4 for medical assistance, 1 utility problem, 1 hazmat call, 1 accident, 1 alarm, 1 agency assist, and 1 call was classified as other. In old business, the board discussed truck purchases, but that was tabled until the next meeting. The radio grant the fire district was hoping to get was canceled by the U.S. government. The board also discussed the old Fidelity Tower lease, but that was also tabled until the next meeting. The board approved to allow the board president to sign the intent resolution for bond expenditures, allowing the reimbursement to the Denton County Fire Protection District General Fund for the expenditures paid from the General Fund prior to receiving bond finances. The board also approved using the Bank of Salem for the payback of the bond service and to use Progressive Ozark Bank for the items purchased with bond monies. Treasurer Dave Wells reminded the board the tax hearing would be held in August, where the board will have to set the new tax rate. The date will be determined once the paperwork is sent to the department with the assessment figures from the clerk. He also stated the state auditor Form C will need to be filled out and filed. To get that done, the district will supply the figures from the clerk to L.J. Hart & Company to develop the levy calculations and available options for the debt service levy. Chief Dennis Floyd reported that truck 8026 was out of service due to an engine malfunction. The board heard quotes from John Knight and Chief Floyd on bunker gear and elected to go with the Banner Fire Equipment, Inc., who is a distributor of Firedex products. Firedex is a manufacturer specializing in firefighter personal protective equipment, particularly known for its innovative and protective gear for the first responders that complies with NFPA rules. The decision to get the dual compliance gear was made quickly in order to save $20,000 as the price will be going up July 14th. Chief Floyd asked for an early reimbursement for Earl Jarvis Jr., which was approved by the board. The next meeting of the Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors will be Tuesday, August 12th at 6 o'clock at the fire station. The Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission approved the fiscal year 2026 through 2030 statewide transportation improvement program, better known as STIP. The program lists transportation projects planned by the state and regional planning agencies starting July 1st, 2026, continuing through June 30th, 2030. The 5-year program is one of the largest to date and includes additional funding from general revenue passed by the Missouri General Assembly and signed by Governor Mike Kehoe. Funding is allocated for improvements to Interstate 70 and 44, the fixing of low-volume minor roads, and improvements to bridges, airports, and rail crossings. The STIP makes available $13.3 billion of federal and state revenue for all modes of transportation over the next 5 years. Of the $13.3 billion, the STIP details $9.5 billion in contractor awards for road and bridge construction, averaging approximately $1.9 billion per year. In Dent County, the bridge replacement over Dry Creek on Route B and ADA improvements to sidewalks on Highway 19 are scheduled to be done this year. Also included were bridge improvements over Spring Creek on Highway 19 and bridge improvement over Hoosall Creek on Highway 32 that are scheduled to start next year. The plan also includes the future scoping to replace or improve the bridge on Route FF over Crooked Creek. Also scheduled for next year are the pavement improvement on Route P from Highway 72 to the end of state maintenance. The repavement will also include routes JJ and N to the end of state maintenance. Bridge improvements on Route H over Dry Fork Creek and Barnett Prong Dry Creek, and on Highway 32 over Dry Fork Creek and Pigeon Creek are scheduled for the third year of the plan. The STIP details improvements to Missouri's 33,814 miles of highway and 10,427 bridges and culverts. The draft version of the STIP was released in May for public review, with MoDOT receiving 73 comments. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe recently approved $3 million for the Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla to establish a small modular nuclear reactor science and development program. Funding through the Department of Natural Resources, Division of Energy, the initiative provides a unique opportunity to help meet the nation's growing energy demand and to invest in programs that support education and workforce development within the nuclear science and engineering fields. The department's funding announcement coincides with the Missouri Nuclear Summit set for next week in Columbia. Missouri's initiative is consistent with recent federal actions to expand and advance the nation's nuclear energy technologies, bolster baseload power generation to accommodate growing domestic demand, and provide economic development opportunities across the United States. Dr. Joseph Newkirk, Chair and Professor of Nuclear Engineering and Radiation Science at Missouri S&T, stated he is grateful to the state of Missouri for recognizing Missouri S&T as a premier university for nuclear energy research. This investment will enable the university to continue leading the way in planning and developing integrated energy systems using small modular reactors that are cleaner, smarter, and more resilient. This support will accelerate the university's efforts to deliver meaningful advancements for the communities here in Missouri and across the nation. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Connections. That's what your Touchstone Energy Cooperative makes possible every day by providing the energy our community needs to stay connected to work, to family, to everyone and everything that matters. Day and night, we're always here. Because we know that of all the connections we make, none are more powerful than the human connection.
We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals finished up their 3-game series last night. On the back of a big 5-run 6th inning and a Wilson Contreras home run in the 7th, the Cardinals defeated the Nationals 8-1, taking the overall series 2-1. They'll start a 3-game series with the Atlanta Braves tonight, live on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7 FM, starting at 6:20. With more on this game, here's the Cardinals recap.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Gordon, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals scored a couple of early runs, scored by their all-star Brendan Donovan. Miles Michaelis was great, and Wilson Contreras capped off the scoring.
There's a hard-hit ball, deep center field. Backing up is Young, and it's over his head and over the wall. A big fly for Wilson Contreras, leading off the bottom of the 7th. And the Cardinals add another. It's now 8-0 Cardinals.
The Cardinals beat the Nationals 8-1 and won 2 out of 3 in the series.
And a terrific night for Miles Michaelis, who gave up a leadoff double and then got stingy. Didn't give up anything after that. 5 2/3 innings, only gave up that one hit. He was outstanding, and Michaelis had a great bounce-back start. Really good hitting, too, up and down the lineup. 7 of 9 Cardinals had RBIs.
Tonight, the Cardinals play the Braves. Matthew Liberatore will be on the mound, and Ricky will have the first pitch at 7:15.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that update. Now let's take a look at the Kansas City Royals. They played the New York Mets. They were off yesterday. Pardon me. They were off yesterday, and they'll play the Mets tonight starting at 7:10, and they'll wrap up the series over the weekend before getting ready for the National League, Major League Baseball All-Star break. That's coming up next week. Now stay tuned for more sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with Major League Baseball, where the St. Louis Cardinals start their final series before the All-Star break tonight, hosting the Atlanta Braves at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals last night finished taking 2 of 3 from the Washington Nationals with an 8-1 series finale victory. Miles Michaelis spectacular, picking up the win, not allowing a run, just 2 hits over 5 2/3. Says it was big to have this type of performance heading into the All-Star break.
Going into the All-Star break, feeling good, I think is important. Have a strong second half. I know we're in the race a little bit. That wild card spot, and never too far away with from the division with a lot of our division series coming up. We got a tough second half, but it feels good to have a good one before the break for sure.
Tonight, 7:15 first pitch, Matthew Liebertor gets the start against Cran-Holmes. After a day off yesterday, the Kansas City Royals start their final series before the break, hosting the New York Mets tonight at Kauffman Stadium. Starting pitcher Kris Bubic is getting set for his first All-Star game, and it's special for Bubic to be in the spot after coming back from Tommy John surgery.
It's really cool to see kind of the validation of a lot of the hard work we put in. A lot of the long rehab days. You're here. I couldn't throw for 6 months after TJ, so there's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of time to think and kind of reevaluate yourself.
Tonight, 7:10 first pitch, Michael Wacha goes for the Royals, while the Mets counter with Kota Senga. On to college football, where the Missouri Tigers, getting set for the upcoming season, announced theme games for their entire schedule yesterday. It starts with kickoff in Como on Thursday, August 28th, hosting Central Arkansas. Stripe Out Memorial Stadium set for September 6th. A couple Gold Rush matchups, September 27th against Massachusetts, which is also homecoming, and also October 11th against Alabama. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Hi, I'm Kim Holderness.
And I'm Penn Holderness. You don't have to have an amazing race to the doctor, but you should make time for routine cancer screenings.
I schedule my mammogram and other cancer screenings around my birthday and then treat myself to lunch.
I do too, because, of course, everyone likes lunch.
The C word can be scary, but routine screenings can detect cancer before symptoms appear.
And early detection equals better outcomes.
Go to preventcancer.org to find out which cancer screenings you need.
My doctor said I could use something called a biosimilar. Then she told me what it is.
A biosimilar is a type of biologic medication. Just like brand name drugs have generic versions, original biologics can have biosimilars.
So I asked what the benefits are and if they work the same.
Biosimilars have the same safety, effectiveness, and quality as the original biologic. They also offer more medication options at potentially more competitive prices.
My doctor said I could learn more at fda.gov/biosimilars.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Need lumber, paint, plumbing, or electrical supplies? Roberts Judson Lumber Company has you covered. They also have in stock Amarok cabinet hardware and Bostitch and DeWalt tools and more. Plus, Roberts Judson carries numerous garden supplies and ladders, shovels, and they can make duplicate keys while you wait. Shop local. Stop by Roberts Judson Lumber Company at 302 East 4th Street in downtown Salem.
It is now time for our news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO after the top of the 1 o'clock hour. I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Drive to Feed Kids is a year-round effort by the agricultural community in Missouri to make a difference in the fight against hunger in our state. The Drive to Feed Kids kicks off in January with the 4-H Feeding Missouri campaign and continues with Hogs for Hunger. The effort culminates in August at the Missouri State Fair with FFA Food Insecurity Service Day and other packing events. Visit mofarmerscare.com/drive to learn more and join the effort.
Don't sweat it later. Maintain your hay equipment today at Salem Farm Equipment on Highway 19 South. They'll perform a thorough inspection of your equipment so you have no surprises come next hay season. Stop by Salem Farm Equipment today, located on Highway 19 South here in Salem, or give them a call at 729-3458. That's 729-3458. Salem Farm Equipment, a proud supporter of the Salem FFA and 4-H Livestock Auction.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. The Missouri Department of Transportation is making plans for $13 billion in road and bridge projects. MoDOT's Lance Taylor says the federal and state funding will be available over the next 5 years.
We're going to do over 12,500 miles of lane miles of pavement, over 1,000 bridges.
MoDOT plans to use some of the funding for the I-70 project, including stretches from Roachport to Columbia and improvements on I-44 at Springfield and Joplin. 2,000 people are paddling their way along the Missouri River in this year's MR340 race. Jake McLaughlin says competing in the race is very rewarding.
There's only so many people that attempt this in the world. There's only even so many people that even finish it. We're doing it.
McLaughlin and teammate Isaac McBurney, who is legally blind, make up the first blind-sighted team in the race. The two work for a Kansas City nonprofit that provides services to the blind and visually impaired. The race ends tonight in St. Charles. Missouri Net News.
More than 200,000 children in Missouri struggle with hunger. Missouri farmers, ranchers, and others in the agricultural community launched Drive to Feed Kids to ensure Missouri kids have the food they need to thrive. Since 2017, the Missouri Farmers Care Drive to Feed Kids has provided more than 12,300 meals. Visit mofarmerscare.com/drive to learn more and join the effort.
I'm Ben Affleck, and I want to thank you for joining me and